Alright, hello and welcome back to another episode of Metroid Zero Mission. So, as you can see, we're not in Kraid. We're back in Brinstar. I just want to show you this one thing before we go into Kraid. Sorry for all the cutting. So, you can get here as soon as you get bombs. All you can do is bomb jump. But I completely skipped over it, just like I skipped over the very important Varia suit. Anyway, I just want to show that down here is a missile tank. In case you wanted to grab it, of course you don't need to. And then below is a super missile tank, which we need a special power-up to get to. And it's very annoying to get that super missile tank. I don't think I'll be showing it during my playthrough of this. Anyway, so we're just gonna work our way back to Kraid for the third time, because I keep forgetting the stuff in Brinstar. But the missiles will be very helpful to us soon. As long as you have super missiles, then the boss of this area won't be too bad. So I'm gonna open up that door and just come over here and get a quick save in. And do some more exploring. So this episode, we're basically just going to go around Kraid, explore what we can, now that we have the Varia suit. Super missiles, high jump boots, ice beam, all the good stuff. Was not paying attention. I think we just picked up this missile tank? Yeah, sure, that sounds good. Yeah, so we're just gonna explore around Kraid. So this room, you want to bomb this little thing right here, and there'll be another one of these. I don't even know what to call them. Cannon elevators. I'll shoot you up. So you can see that we passed a missile tank. So you just kind of want to crawl into or go into a morph ball, and hold down the left button on the D-pad, so you're able to go there. And then you can either fall back through to the bottom, and take the cannon elevator back up, or you can just bomb jump. Up here, what you're supposed to do is use the power grip to go from side to side on the left-hand side. You see this little stuff in the wall. Free to do that. But if you can bomb jump, then you can just go up this end. But you see if like, the enemy hits you, obviously you'll fall. So, you know, try not to get hit. Past this room is some more fun stuff. So over here we're introduced, I should say, to a new mechanic. These little power grip slidey things. That weird bar that you saw on the top. So you can actually fall right there if you're shooting. And you can grab onto that ledge so you can come in here. If not, there's another cannon elevator down there. It'll shoot you just back up, so you can do that again. Anyway, so you come here, go into your morph ball, and that activates those things. So you shoot the red button, and that will bring this little zip line over, and you can just grab onto it. So that's going to be one of the main mechanics throughout Kraid. And you see we got another energy tank. Looking pretty nice. 699 energy. So we're back into that room that we were in before. Although the statue before you enter Kraid says there's only one boss, this is a mini boss and technically does count as a second boss. So maybe it's wrong, maybe, I don't know, the developers don't think that this is good enough to be its own boss. Either way, it's pretty simple what you have to do. So this thing is going to, come out of the lava. Or the acid, I should say. You'll see in the acid that this little, opens up like, yeah, before it comes out to attack you. So once you see that, it'll leap at you at whatever side you're on. So just grab onto the power thing and go to the zipline, the power zipline, and just go over to the other side and you can use it. If you have super missiles, then this boss is super easy. Over here is a missile tank, so just don't forget about that. So I didn't really get to show it off because I used the super missiles, but the boss does another attack. If you wait too long, it will rise the level of the acid. which, since we have the Varia suit, doesn't really matter. But if you come in here before getting the Varia suit, which if you came in here normally you wouldn't have the Varia suit yet, then yeah, the acid would hurt. In which you would just use the power zipline to go back and forth. Anyway, so that was the cannon elevator I told you about. I will lead you into that little small room that led to that boss. So we're going to do a little bit of backtracking now that we have this thing. Once again, we can use the spring jump or the high jump boots to get across easily. And, yeah. So right now, I think we're kind of done with this area over here. There's nothing else to do. So we're gonna go back into the main hall, the main shaft, where we first entered. And you saw, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, enemies will drop super missiles, to replenish your super missile supply. Anyway, so we're back here on the main shaft. Oh man, wording is so fun. I'm just gonna take a quick save here. So we're back in the main shaft. We're gonna go down a little bit more. The whole path is a detour that leads to a dead end. So that's nice. You can grab some quick power-ups, but you also know you can skip it if you like. Just an energy tank and 2 super missiles. Nothing too big. I like to grab all of the energy tanks. I like having a lot of health. So over here, normally, you wouldn't have the high jump boots yet. So you would just grab onto that zip line normally, and then you would just shoot in front of you to get rid of those blocks. But if you have the high jump boots, or you can bomb jump, then you can just bomb your way up or jump your way up there. Disgiga, I think it's called. Either Giga or Disgiga. Anyway, you can just bomb your way up to the power zip line, and then again a morph ball just go through normally. You don't have to do anything. See, you dropped a missile, a health, and a super missile. And then past here is another missile tank. Woo! You see, they're giving you a lot of missile tanks because this is technically would be your first real boss in this area. But I mean, we had a nice amount to fight Ridley in, so I mean, it's fine. So there's 2 places you can go here. You can either go down this little hole right there, or you can go to the red door to the right. So we're going to go down here, because this is going to take us to the boss that we need to go. And we're going to go back to that red door later on. We're not going to forget about it. Hopefully. So I do forget to go through that door sometimes. Oh, wait. Is that how you get to Ridley? Alright, never mind. So, if you come through here, you'll see that there's an unknown item, or unknown block, that's blocking your way. So but there's a power-up behind it. So right up here, there's a place where you can morph ball through, and you get your 3rd unknown item, I believe? Yes. So the 3rd and final unknown item allows you to break that block, so you can get back out and you can break some of the blocks leading up to Kraid. You don't have to farm yet. There's a place further on where you can farm right before Kraid. So you want to go through this door. I just blew up that block because I could. They respawn, so it doesn't really matter. Or maybe the Disgiga are the flying ones. No. I don't know the enemy names by heart. I know some of them. Anyway, so once again, there's a little bombable hole right there you can fall through, or you can go over here. Over here is where you'll be grinding for, health and missiles and stuff. Up here there's nothing special, nothing really noteworthy. Later on, when we're exploring Kraid, we'll come across here, and if you didn't discover this area, you'll kind of be like, well, how do you get over there? And that's how you do it. There's nothing over there, though. We'll explore the other side later on, once we beat Kraid. But for right now, we'll see you in the next episode after I get some health and missiles back. Alright, see ya.